I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as The Truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
If I plan a singles mixer in Fort Worth, 6,000 women are going to come and there will be 3 men there.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Alpha Central titled "She Went to the Club Expecting High Value Men, but Only Mid, quote unquote, and Old Guys Approached Her." So, this is the classic story, guys, of a modern woman thinking that she ranks far above where she actually is in the dating market. Let's jump right into it.
I know this is going to sound mean, but I just need to rant for a minute. Do ugly guys have more confidence than hot men? Because why did I go out dancing last night and the only guys with the to come and chat me up were 2s and 3s? And I am not saying that I'm a perfect 10, a goddess of a woman, but I would like to think that I could pull a man who's hotter than the living embodiment of a toe fungus, and yet that's who's coming and flirting with me. And so men, I need y'all to weigh in. I need attractive men specifically to weigh in. Are y'all shy? Is that what the tea is? Are you already booed up? Or are you just so fine that you don't need to approach a woman because they just automatically come up to you? I'm confused. I would like some insight. Please let me know down in the comments.
She got approached by men within her own league, so by her own logic, she should be considering herself toe fungus, as she so tastefully put it.
Are Filipino guys just not interested in meeting girls in real life? Okay, so we've been hosting these parties in Manila where a countdown reveals everyone's date for the night, and surprising but not surprising, there are always more girls than guys. Like, in all honesty, we had to postpone one of our parties because we had 50 girls and only 10 guys. Like, where are the Filipino guys? Are you guys stuck on dating apps? Because girls are starting to delete them and meeting people in real life is back again. So sign up for the next one or send this to your single guys because we honestly need them.
Singles events are a waste of time. The only women who attend them are so socially inept that they can't talk to men unless it's through a dating application. Men aren't willing to bother with women like that.
We've left the event. Now we are eating doner kebabs. Okay, I'm back, and here's the update. I did not meet my husband. Honestly, I feel like the event was pretty poorly organized. Like, everyone was kind of just in a room, and I don't know, there was just like no natural mingling going on.
The organization of the event wasn't the problem. The problem was that it was a singles event. Dudes don't go to them because men would rather spend their money on things that don't involve desperately single women.
There was also no music. The drink situation was also kind of just like pre-made pictures of margaritas. And then what else? Oh, and there were no tacos. They promised us tacos and there were no tacos. Another thing, but this one I kind of expected, that there were just so many more women than men. Like, it is New York City and it's also a ticketed dating event, so I feel like that kind of lends itself to being more female heavy.
There are countless single men in New York City. She could meet one at any time. The problem is that the men that she wants aren't showing up. She doesn't realize men like that have no use for singles mixers.
I'm gonna ask a guy out. I've just seen him over there. He's the hottest guy I think I've ever seen in my life. So rejection therapy. This feels like the biggest rejection therapy ever. Let's do it. Excuse me, I just wanted to say that I think you are so hot.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. I wondered, would you go on a date with me?
Unfortunately, not really my type. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem at all. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Goodbye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Even when these women shoot their shots, they just can't pass up an opportunity to turn it into content, which is just another reason why men have lost interest. We weren't put on this earth to be included on their Instagram page.
Okay, so I have a genuine question. Where in this day and age do you find men? Like, good actual men? Tinder, no. Hinge, no. Bumble, that's a joke. Co-workers, no. No. That is banned. That is a joke as well. Uni, no. Don't be ridiculous. I don't reckon you'd find someone at a bar or clubbing. No. Festival, also no. Also, like, do I have the money to go to a festival every month? No. Like, genuinely, where do you find men? Where do you find your men?
Nowhere. In my
Nowhere?
dreams.
In your dreams.
Yep.
Good men are quite literally everywhere. That's not the problem. The problem is that these women despise average, everyday men. That's why they are going to stay single forever.
On today's episode of I Have Too Much Time on My Hand and I Be Doing the Most Random. So I basically came across this TikTok account that wants to revamp how people date. I said, boom, it's cute. You know, let me see what it's hitting for. I got there very well organized. I can see why they had success. But where the at? I wasn't even trying to be picky, but where to find it at? No, not the balls, under 5'9". It really wasn't hitting. It was more females than men, but you know, you can't control that. I immediately checked out, went to the bar. I'm at the bar. It's like a whole bunch of other females that feel the same way. We all decided that was not our vibe. It made no sense to waste our time. Ended up leaving. We got dinner and some drinks. All in all, it was a cute experience. I was able to network and make more friends. It's always exciting and fun and new. Where the our target audience definitely wasn't there. We all decided we're gonna have to do something different.
There were men at that event, but they weren't tall enough, didn't have enough hair, and other superficial garbage. Even when men do show up, they don't meet her standards, so she will continue to complain with her new friends.
Are you single by chance?
No.
And you?
Married.
No? Single by chance?
No, I'm not, sorry.
No? Are you single by chance?
I'm not.
No? Do you have single friends by chance?
I'm sure I do.
Yes.
Not very many.
Single?
No, I'm married.
Ah, okay. Excuse me, are you single by chance?
No.
No? Single by chance? No? Are you single by chance? No? Do you have single friends? No. No? Are you single by chance?
I'm not, I'm afraid.
No. Is anyone single by chance?
Nope.
Even if any of those guys were single, they're not going to stop and talk to a woman who's holding a bright orange microphone who's being followed by a cameraman.
No one is single. Are you single
No,
by
I'm
chance?
married, sorry.
Do you have any single friends?
I probably do have single friends, yeah.
Can you give them invitation for the singles party this
I will.
Friday? Are you single by chance?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Sorry.
Do you have any single friends?
Yeah, they're actually just up here.
Can you invite them for singles party this Friday? Ask you, are you single by chance? Are you?
Do you want to take me?
Are you single?
Do you want to marry me?
Those flyers she gave out quickly found their way into the nearest trash can. Men are not interested in these dating events. They literally serve no purpose.
All the good men have. They're everywhere. But you told them to stop approaching. So they did. Now, they're not approaching you. And you're confused as to why. Because you told them to. And now, you're asking, well, why aren't men approaching? Because you said not to approach. They're doing what you said. Last I checked, most of the time, men do what they say they're gonna do. And, you know, if a woman says, please don't approach me, they won't approach.
It also doesn't help that men run the risk of being publicly humiliated, as well as potentially having the police called on them, just because they wanted to talk to a woman they found attractive.
And when men are straightforward, men are very straightforward, most of them. Like I said, I'm not generalizing all of them, but most men are very straightforward. So if you say don't approach me, it doesn't mean yes, please approach me, but like don't, because that makes no sense. Men are not mind readers. So if you want a man to approach you, maybe you should approach him first, because your buying signals aren't making any sense unless we start dropping handkerchiefs like we used to back in the day.
The simplest solution would be for women to approach men, but they won't do that. It ruins the fantasy that men were put on this earth to serve them. Modern women made the mess, and it's on them to figure out how to clean it up, in my opinion.
This is so stupid. But I just went live on TikTok to try to talk to people in real time. We are doing great on responses. I have 55 responses. Unfortunately, they are all women. So that's not going to work. You guys, we need to find eligible men, and I know they're out there. I literally only know one man, though, that I wanted to do for this sort of setup, and he pissed me off last night, so I don't want to help him. I'm going to gatekeep. He's not worthy of you.
This is exactly why men don't bother with this kind of crap. Even if there are good men who are willing to give it a shot, she will find a petty excuse to just shoot herself in the foot.
Not right now, not when he's in the doghouse. Anyways, maybe that's not funny to anybody else, and I'll tell you, going live on TikTok, that felt like one of the most vulnerable moments of my life. And I know that two of you guys that follow me y'all saw, so I'm sorry.
Men are not going to bother with a TikTok singles event. If they showed up, all they'd be doing is getting rejected by average women who think that they deserve better. It's just not worth it.
An epidemic. There's an epidemic of men not approaching women at the bar. Let's talk about it. That's good. Thank you. I'm not really quite sure. Men are afraid of being rejected. We are not going to reject. Some girls will. Men are so afraid of being rejected, but I bet you 90% of the women will actually not reject you if you approach them right. And what's the right way? Not coming up to me saying, "Hi, what's your name?" and putting your hand out to shake my hand. Also, like, don't come off too strong. If you're like coming over and saying, "You're so beautiful," like, I'm immediately like scared. Yeah. Like, now I know your intention is you want to date me, even though you don't even know me. Yeah. Or that you want to hook up. That ain't gonna work.
This is why men don't approach. Even when a man puts his best foot forward and introduces himself, if he's not doing it in the quote-unquote right way, then he's creepy and deserves to be punished. And yet it's the men who are to blame for everything.
Statistics are showing that more and more men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, I think it's like 70%, are choosing to stay single. Honestly, in my personal opinion, is that we have way too much to lose. If the relationship doesn't work out, if you wake up one day and you're just sick and tired of us, and then if we get married, God, it only gets worse. I mean, you guys wind up taking everything from us. No offense to all the women who are decent out there, but
there are far too many horror stories of men getting absolutely destroyed by the women they care about. Men have decided to protect their peace instead of putting everything on the line for a woman who can't even respect him.
But there are a lot of people out there that don't get married for the right reasons. They get married, to say they're married, especially if it's somebody that has a lot of money. It's just too much of a risk. For me personally, I don't ever think I'm ever going to get married again for sure. But I mean, I've been single now for 2 years and I absolutely love it.
It's crazy how meaningless marriage has become nowadays. Men are wise to the idea that getting married requires a massive gamble that rarely pays off in their favor.
I just got back from the most unhinged speed dating event of my entire life. Dating in Charlotte is a problem. Honestly, this needs to be studied. This experience needs to be studied. So I will preface this by saying I did not want to go. This is not my cup of tea. This is not how I generally meet people. I was very concerned and very anxious, going into this. I really was. Like, truly. I tried to get out of it multiple times. I texted my best friend. I was like, I just don't think I should go. She was like, no, you need to get out there. Stop meeting men on these apps. Start meeting men in real life.
Women like this love to blame the city that they're living in for not being able to find a man. But the irony is they're not even willing to put themselves out there to meet men. But naturally, it's not them. It's just the city, apparently.
As we know, men don't approach women as much in real life. So a speed dating event felt like the perfect place to meet men where they would feel comfortable approaching women and women would feel comfortable being approached. Here's where everything went wrong. Now, the event started at 6 o'clock. I will admit, I got there at 7:30. Maybe a problem. But the thing about it is the flyer said this is a mix and mingle speed dating happy hour.
She has a lot of nerve blaming the event. She didn't want to go, she showed up late, and somehow it's not her fault that the event went absolutely nowhere.
First of all, I don't even know that those words really go together, but to me, it felt like kind of a come and go as you please, so I didn't want to be the first one there at 6 o'clock. Showing up at 7:30 was also not the move, though, because when I walked in, it was packed. And what do you think I saw? What do you think I saw? Exactly what I thought I was going to see. 80 women sitting alone. No men in sight. None. I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were I could not see one man outside of the people servicing tables at this place.
These events have no men. Men have explained why they don't bother going to these events, but these women have convinced themselves that men will just magically show up to one of them to sweep them off their feet.
I've now seen 2 videos today, one naturally and someone tagged me in the other one, of 2 Dallas TikTokers or influencers who went to a singles event last night, right? And both of them had the same thing. First of all, Dallas women are gorgeous. They always have been. Shout out to them. They were talking about how it was all Dallas women in there and no men. Like, they literally said the exact same thing. Both of them said it was like 10 men in there, including the one guy who made the thing.
There are countless videos explaining that men aren't going to singles mixes, and even with these valid explanations, modern women are still dumbfounded as to why these men don't show up.
Right, because one of the influencers was a guy, the other one was a girl. And I'm just going to tell you why the men aren't going. The men are exhausted. They are exhausted from the rejection. They're exhausted from the criticism. Like, think about, I made a video for y'all earlier this week about some girl who made a video talking about calling some of the women in Dallas male-centered because they are going to like the run clubs and stuff, trying to find a man. But those would be some of the same women who would come to a singles mixes.
If men are getting constantly rejected out in the wild, then why would they pay for the opportunity to get rejected at a singles event? It's not that complicated. Going to these events is a fool's errand.
They don't want to be male-centered. They think men aren't worth anything, but they would be at those events. And the dudes are kind of tired of it. I'm not saying there is no hope, but I'm just saying the dudes are tired of the singles mixers because it's always the same rinse and repeat. It's always the same. Y'all go to these events, come on TikTok, give an appalling criticism of the men weren't attractive, they weren't high value, like the girls were top tier, but the men were like, who's signing up for that? So I'm sorry that the singles mixer didn't go well, but think about what y'all have done to make it not go well.
There is no pleasing these types of women. They honestly think Chad is going to show up to speed dating events. He doesn't have to bother with that. Women flock to him. He doesn't have to do a thing. Being the prettiest woman in a room with 5 single women after driving for 47 minutes is not a flex. It just means that she's incredibly gullible and not that bright. These women will turn on each other the second an attractive man shows up to an event. It'll only be a few years before it ends up becoming a full-on battle royale. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.